Your tax dollars just started a war. And here's the thing. Your government just launched a war without asking you. The US and Israel bombed Iran this weekend. Iran's supreme leader is dead. Missiles are flying across the Middle East. Flights are canceled, oil is spiking, and you're sitting there, paycheck to paycheck, tied to a zip code, wondering why your cost of living keeps climbing while Washington writes blank checks with taxpayers' money. Let me tell you what this actually means for your future and what the smartest Americans are already doing about it. Hi, I'm M. Rowe, founder of Relocate with Revenue. I help freedom seekers build location independent income before they leave. So when you go with leverage, not only with a prior. Today, we're talking about why this weekend should be the moment you stop watching and start moving, and the one step you need to take first. Let's call this for what it is. The US and Israel launched a full-scale military strike on Iran this past Saturday. The Ayatollah Khamenei is dead. Iran retaliated within hours, hitting Israel, UAE, Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, Jordan, and Saudi Arabia. Dubai airport is disrupted. Over 1,500 flights canceled in a single day. And the oil markets are bracing for a major supply shock. American service members are already confirmed dead. This is during Ramadan, which is the holiest month in the Islamic calendar. And not to mention that Congress wasn't even consulted, not even close. Now, I'm not here to tell you whether this war is right or wrong. In fact, I'm going to tell you it is wrong. What I'm here to tell you is what this means economically for you, the everyday American, right here, right now. Three things happen fast when the US goes to war in the Middle East. Number one, oil prices spike. Iran controls a choke point for a significant share of global oil supply. Disruption there means that you pay more at the pump, and everything transported by truck, ships, anything that requires oil, which is pretty much everything, is affected. Number two, inflation reignites. The Fed have just spent the last 3 years trying to kill the inflation from the last round of government spending. A war adds fuel to the fire, and that is exactly what's going to happen. Number three, your tax bill goes up eventually because wars aren't free. Someone's paying. Someone has to pay. And historically, that someone has been the middle class. Meanwhile, people with location independent income are watching this unfold from Portugal, Panama, Thailand, Tanzania. Their clients are still paying them in USD. And I won't say that they're completely isolated from this chaos, but their cost of living is a fraction of what you're paying. That's the gap, and it's real, and it's going to continue to grow. So here's what I think you should actually do. Not just feel fired up and scroll on. The number one thing standing between you and life that isn't held hostage by Washington's decision isn't a visa. It isn't savings. It isn't even finding the right country. It's a portable income stream that doesn't require you to be on American soil. And the framework I walk people through is exactly that. It's called the Digital Relocation Blueprint. It identifies 3 stages. Stage 1, identify your transferable skills, knowledge, expertise, something that someone will pay you for online. Consulting, coaching, digital services, content, sale. The question isn't whether you have something valuable. The question is, can it be delivered from anywhere? If you're drawing a blank right now, that's exactly where we need to start. Stage 2, build one revenue stream before you book a flight. Americans get this backward constantly. They save up, they dream, they buy a one-way ticket, and then they're broke and panicking 4 months later. Income first. One client, one offer, one stream generating money before you go. That's non-negotiable. Stage 3, stress test your setup. Ask yourself, if I were in a different time zone tomorrow, would this income survive? If the answer is no, you have a bottleneck. Find it now while you still have a safety net of being stateside. Here's why this is important right now, not someday. The US just entered a war with no clear exit strategy, no congressional approval, and a 4-week timeline that nobody actually believes. That means weeks, possibly months of economic volatility, energy prices, market swings, potential escalation, and forget about thinking that Bitcoin is going to save you. Yes, in the past, we've seen Bitcoin bounce considerably higher whenever there's civil unrest or war globally. But here's the thing that they're not factoring in. Bitcoin is now under the control of the banking cartels, and there is little liquidity available to move this asset. So wake up. The people who will come out of this ahead, they've already built in their exit strategy, and they're on to the next crisis. So this is your signal. This is your cue to wake up and to start putting in action your plan, your exit strategy. The dollar is not going to get stronger. The cost of living is not coming down. And the government is not going to stop making decisions that cost you financially and otherwise. The only variable you have control over is whether you can build something that is portable. Everything else is out of your hands. I know some of you have been sitting on this for a while, watching videos, researching countries, reading expat forums at midnight, thinking when the time is right. Here's the hard truth. The time is never going to be right. There will always be another reason to wait, another news cycle, another excuse. Stop watching travel vloggers hop from country to country, showing you their good time. How is that going to help you? And I'm not jealous. They've got tens of thousands of views. No problem. I'm reaching the person who needs to hear this right now. So I'm urging you to wake up. Take charge. Do what you got to do. Do the work. And if it's not my book, no problem. But just do the work. So here's your next move. It's a simple one. Go grab your copy of the digital relocation blueprint from my website. Link is in the description below. It walks you through how to assess your skills, identify your fastest path to portable income, and start building before you book a single flight. And if you're done with the DIY approach and you want a real strategy built around your situation, book a strategy session with me. We'll map out your specific path. That link is in the description as well. If this hits home, subscribe. I'm going to bring you conversations that the mainstream relocation space isn't having. The world just shifted. Make sure you're positioned on the right side of it. I'm Emerald. I help individuals and families relocate with revenue. That's my sole mission. And the reason why it hits home is because I had to figure it out. And I did, and I'm willing to share this. So, the choice is yours. Have a great day. Thank you.